Sailing off the coast of Mumbai, the HMS Queen Elizabeth, the flagship of the Royal Navy, is in the midst of some of the most sophisticated war games with the Indian Navy that have ever been held in the Arabian Sea. These F-35 stealth aircraft, taking off from the deck of the ship, amongst the newest aircraft carriers in the world, will engage Indian Navy and Air Force fighter jets in combat exercises. Accompanying the Queen Elizabeth is an Indian Talwar-class frigate, one of several Indian Navy warships in these exercises. The exercises form the basis of Konkan Shakti 21, the first ever bilateral tri-service exercises between India and the United Kingdom. The message from the UK is clear. India remains a key strategic partner, a relationship that the United Kingdom would like to strengthen.
I'm absolutely delighted that the Royal Navy's ships are able to visit and interact with India, a long-time partner and close friend of the United Kingdom. This is our second round of engagement with you during the CSG-21 deployment. In July, a number of ships from the strike group conducted exercises with the Indian Navy, enhancing our mutual understanding and interoperability. The support of allies and partners has been a constant theme throughout the deployment. Indeed, by the time we return to the United Kingdom in a few months, we will have visited and exercised with over 40 different nations on our journey from the Atlantic Ocean through the Mediterranean and Indian Ocean to the Western Pacific and back again. It is wonderful for the strike group to return to India. The UK and India benefit from a unique living bridge of people, ideas, institutions, arts and culture. The strike group has a full and diverse programme of activities planned around our visit. HMS Defender will provide a wonderful backdrop alongside, with Queen Elizabeth operating just off the coast. So in conclusion, I should stress that the UK is committed to pursuing deeper engagement in the Indo-Pacific in support of shared prosperity and regional stability, with stronger diplomatic and trading ties. The Carrier Strike Group's deployment has been designed to recognise the importance of this region globally. The group's presence also demonstrates our support for the freedom of navigation through vital trading routes and our commitment to an international system of norms that benefits all countries. So thank you, India, for your support to the Carrier Strike Group's deployment and supporting our ships and our sailors. We cherish the special relationship we have with you based on common values and affinities that span many, many areas. We are proud to play our part in continuing to grow and deepen the India-UK relationship.
In the sprawling hangar of the Queen Elizabeth, F-35s and Merlin multi-role helicopters are on display for the visit of the British Foreign Secretary Liz Truss. In this interview to NDTV, she's absolutely clear India remains at the centre of British strategic plans in the area.
Well, India is a key strategic partner of the United Kingdom, and what we're doing is building those closer defensive relationships with our friends and allies around the world. That's why we're here in Mumbai today. We're doing exercises with the Indian Navy, and we are, doing closer work on a permanent basis. And of course, I hope we do deployments like this in the future.
With the displacement of over 65,000 tons and a length of 280 meters, the Queen Elizabeth embarks an air wing of 40 aircraft and has a crew complement of up to 1,700. On board the ship, which is in many senses a mini city, there are sailors from diverse backgrounds. Sarah Pooja Neogi is an operational analyst, a first-generation British national with an Indian background. What does it feel like to be in these waters so close to Durga Puja? You're from Calcutta as well.
Yes. So it's been very nostalgic because as Durga Puja was happening, we were crossing the Bay of Bengal. So I was telling my family, and they were like, try and keep your ear out if you can hear the dhak playing in the background. But it's the closest I've been actually to Durga Puja. I've never been to Calcutta during that time. But I'm hoping to come back again either later this year or early next year just to visit my family, who are really proud of me to be here on board.
What's your experience been on this cruise? It's been very lengthy.
I can tell you it's not been a cruise. It's definitely a lot of hard work, but I've enjoyed it a lot because it's my first time on a military deployment and it's given me a lot of experience. So I work for the UK's Defence Science and Technology Laboratory, and we collect information from this operation. We'll take it back and we help make sure that the technologies that we want to have on board and we want to keep for future operations can be developed further.
Yeah, and you look forward to being home, in December, right, near Christmas?
Yes, exactly. So I would have spent 4 months on board by that point, which is probably the longest time I've been away from my family. So I am looking forward to going back home in December, and they're looking forward to having me back as well.
The Royal Navy's Carrier Strike Group is the largest deployment of its type in the Asia-Pacific region in a generation. It's part of a marked tilt to this region, and this is where the UK and India have common concerns of an expansionist China. The Queen Elizabeth Strike Group recently deployed in the South China Sea as well, along with 2 Royal Navy frigates, 2 destroyers, a supply ship and a nuclear attack submarine. The fleet was supported by a US Navy destroyer and a state-of-the-art Dutch frigate. While at sea, the Queen Elizabeth also worked closely with US aircraft carriers. The mission itself sees the Carrier Strike Group cover 26,000 miles over a period of 28 weeks. That's more than the distance around the world at the equator. But the Royal Navy is a shadow of what it once used to be. And the question that's often asked is whether this sort of UK deployment will be sustained in the future as well.
But it's important that those economic relationships are backed up with security relationships, and I want the relationship with India to go deeper. And I see these relationships as complementary. You know, we're working directly together with India. Australia is working with India. There's the Quad. There are organisations like NATO. But all of this closer working is focused on keeping the world safe and stable and secure. So I'm interested, for example, in interoperability, making it easier for our navies to work together, making it easier for our IT systems to work together. And I'm very keen to develop the relationship with India, but also with other like-minded allies like the United States, like Japan, like Australia.
For now, the key mission word here is interoperability. Can the Royal Navy and the Indian Navy operate together as a fighting force if ever that were required? That can only happen if they keep training together. The strategic relationship between India and the United Kingdom is set to become much more intense. The Foreign Secretary telling us quite clearly that these exercises will intensify in the years to come. On the deck of the aircraft carrier Queen Elizabeth, Vishnu Som for India.